And good Monday evening. As we take a look across Niagara Falls, we're seeing that sunset, and this was one of the places earlier on lucky enough to get some rain-cooled air off of those storms that bubbled up across the Niagara Peninsula, but then just died down as they ran into that stabilizing lake breeze. So even though the rainfall didn't make it into Niagara Falls, we still saw that cooling effect. And right now we are seeing temperatures down into the upper 70s, 77 right now in Niagara Falls. Heat index, it feels like 79 degrees. Dew point is still pretty muggy though, up there at 67 degrees with a light wind out of the south at 8 miles an hour. So we did again see some of those cooling effects of some of those rain showers. We're seeing that still in the southern tier as Olean's down at 70 degrees. This is really the last place that we've seen some of those showers and storms moving through, but they have really started to die down now. And again, up in the northern counties, we were talking earlier about temperatures into the 90-degree range. So we have seen a lot of cooling as we move through the evening. Now, keep in mind, the reason it's still warm and muggy is because we still have this frontal system off to our west that has not pushed through yet. So right now we see a lot of that clearing over western New York, but we have a lot more to our west that still has to make its way through before we're in the clear. Now, as we zoom in a little bit, you can see just north of Franklinville, we had a bit of a thunderstorm early that has moved off to the east and just died down slowly and continuously as it's made its way east. And that's really the story across western New York right now as it dries out this evening. But we do have off to our west another batch of showers and storms over southern Ontario. This is going to push its way east as we head towards midnight. Now, it's going to be a tough call whether or not these actually have much of an effect on us, but the storms that will really impact us will be more likely to be pre-dawn hours as we head towards the morning rush hour. And we'll take a look as we go to the overnight hours. By the time we get to 4 or 5 a.m. Tuesday, now we're starting to see these storms really with some potential to have some oomph to them, moving their way into western New York. And we do have a marginal risk for severe weather, and we'll take a look at that a little bit more in a second. But Tuesday, 8 a.m., another round of storms could be making their way through. So really just along the front as it moves through, expect there to be a potential on and off for these storms to bubble up. Even as we get towards the afternoon, even though we see some potential for some clearing in areas of western New York, as we head north and south of Buffalo, just as we've seen for several days now, we're going to have that potential with a little bit of instability to get a few pop-up showers and storms. And then as we get into the evening Tuesday, we've got Food Truck Tuesday. Things should stay pretty cloudy here and there, but we're not going to deal as much with the rain all the way through overnight into Wednesday. But you do see the overcast as we get into Wednesday morning. Now, this is our kickoff day for the Erie County Fair. I would have an umbrella with you. We're going to have that potential, especially early in the day, for some showers and storms to be hanging around. And then as we head into the evening, I think by then you're going to start seeing the clearing take place. So maybe a rough start to our first day, but as we head through the Erie County Fair on Wednesday, I think things are going to start to clear up nicely. Now, as we take a look at the severe risk for tonight, that risk is more now off to our southwest, and earlier we were included in this. So what's happening is we're starting to have some of that diminishing of the storms as we lose that daytime heating, and as we get that front moving through, that should bring that risk back in, and that's what we're seeing here for tomorrow. That risk of severe thunderstorms is just marginal, which is a very low risk, but I would expect any major storms to move through would be most likely to be early in the day, maybe even before you get up. So don't be surprised if you wake up to some thunder overnight tonight. Now, Niagara Falls and Buffalo, 8 miles an hour, that's about the most you're going to find. Most of western New York is dealing with very light and variable winds, not much to give you much of a reprieve from those muggy conditions out there. So staying mild, staying muggy tonight. Some evening showers are ending, but we'll see some more arrive overnight as temperatures hold off into the mid-60s to as warm as 73 degrees in some places. Decent southwest breeze at 8 to 15 miles an hour. Not the night you want to leave the windows open. You probably want to have your air conditioning going tonight. Tomorrow morning, we've got those AM rain storms moving through. Could be pretty heavy with some significant rain in some areas, depending on who gets those thunderstorms, especially if they train over the same areas a couple times. Bit cooler as we head through the day, but still pretty warm, 80 to 85 degrees. The nice southwest breeze at 10 to 20 miles an hour. And as we head through the 7-day forecast, Wednesday is going to be the one day that we struggle to break 80. Thursday, we should start to see a little bit of reprieve from that humidity, at least for one day. But then as we head into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, those showers and storms are going to be popping up here and there with temperatures holding on throughout the end of the week in the low 80s.